Now let's calculate the value of negative 5 to the third power, and let's expand this expression. So this exponent of 3 tells us we're going to be multiplying 3 negative 5's together. So after we expand, it'll look something like this. And now we're going to be multiplying 3 numbers together. So what we're going to do is use the associative property, multiply 2 numbers at a time, and continue that process until we run out of numbers to multiply with. Alright, so let's group and multiply the first 2 negative 5's together. And now we have to multiply negative 5 times negative 5. So let me write that down. Here we go. And since both of the negative 5's are negative, we're going to take out 2 negative signs and put them out in front. And then we're going to multiply 5 times 5 separately. Alright. Since we have 2 negatives that we're multiplying together, we know they're the same sign, and that means the answer is going to be positive. And we know that 5 times 5 equals 25. So putting this all together, our answer is positive 25. So we could replace these 2 negative 5's with its answer of positive 25. And we still have this negative 5 we haven't used. So we're going to bring it down. And now we're going to be multiplying 25 times negative 5. So let's do that. So we have 25 times negative 5. Alright, since 25 is positive, we're going to take a positive sign in the front. And since negative 5 is negative, we'll put a negative sign out in the front. And then we're going to multiply 25 times 5 separately. Alright. Since we have a positive times a negative, they're both different signs, and that tells us our answer is going to be negative. So let's do that here. And now we have to multiply 25 times 5. So 25 times 5. 5 times 5 equals 25. Carry the 2. 5 times 2 equals 10, plus the 2 we carried is 12. So 25 times 5 equals 125. And putting this all together, our answer is negative 125. So we could replace 25 times negative 5 with its answer of negative 125. And there we have it. Negative 5 to the third power equals negative 125. And we are done. One question we may ask is there an easier or shorter way to calculate the value of these expressions? And so we know that for negative 5 to the third power, we're going to be multiplying 3 negative 5's together. So the other way we haven't tried yet is to group and multiply the last 2 negative 5's first. So we know that negative 5 times negative 5 equals 25, so we can replace these 2 negative 5's with its answer of positive 25. And we still have this negative 5 here, so we could bring it down. And now we have negative 5 times 25. So we're going to take a negative sign out for negative 5, and we're going to take out a positive sign for positive 25. And then we're going to multiply 5 times 25 separately. Alright, since we have a negative times a positive, they're different signs, so that tells us that our answer is going to be negative. And now we just have to multiply 5 times 25. But we know that 5 times 25 equals 25 times 5 by the commutative property. And we have already calculated that 25 times 5 equals 125. So we could replace this 5 times 25 with its answer of 125. And now putting this all together, our final answer is negative 125. So we still got that negative 5 to the third power equals negative 125. So we have shown that the associative property is correct. But the question is, did we get a more efficient way? And the answer is no. We still got the same amount of steps, and we still had to resolve signs. However, even though this associative property does not always help us to get these more efficient ways, we still want to look for them so we can make the calculations a little easier. And the more practice we get, the more shortcuts we'll be able to find. Alright, so that concludes this video. We're going to be exploring more about exponents, and there's some really neat things that we're going to go over. So I look forward to seeing you in the next video.